Hey friends, it's Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing a fun video talking about the lessons I learned from my no spend challenge. Now I did 2 months of no spend in January and February of 2019 and I will be doing several more throughout the year. I have videos talking about my goals for the year, outlining my no spend challenges, outlining my savings goals, all that kind of stuff. And I'm sharing monthly progress with the debt that I pay off, the money I save, and how my no spend challenges go. And I thought it would be really fun now that I have done the first few months of the year doing no spend challenges to talk to you guys about the lessons I learned while doing a no spend challenge, because it's the first time I've ever done one. And I feel like I learned a lot. Number one, doing a no spend challenge is really hard. Like as hard as I thought it was going to be, or harder. I still wanted to spend money quite regularly, and that was a major takeaway for me. Even though I was doing the no spend challenge, it didn't stop my impulse or my desire to shop or spend money. Even though I feel like I wasn't doing it recklessly before, it's still, I thought for some reason, like I would just be content. And the desire to have things that you want and to have new things and to have a refreshed wardrobe and space, that didn't go away from me. I only did 2 months of no spend, and I think next time, if I were going to try to really change those thought patterns, I would do 3 or more months, because I think that would be a little bit more effective in changing those really ingrained ideologies of always wanting a refreshed wardrobe and space and that kind of thing. My major takeaway was that it is hard. You can do it, but it's challenging, and the desire to have the things that you want doesn't really go away, and you are gonna have to fight yourself and be like, but I don't need it and I just can't have it. The second major thing that I learned was telling yourself you can get it one day will help. I was seeing everybody buying cute new plants at HomeGoods and TJ Maxx and the fake kind where you can't kill them. I told myself that I don't need them. It wasn't in line with my no spend challenge and that I could wait. In a few months from now, when my no spend challenge is over, if I really feel like I still need that item or I really want that item and it is within my budget to do it, then I'm able to. Not necessarily that I will, because I don't think it's good to just go out and buy everything you want all the time, because that leads to hyper consumption and a lot of waste. And I found that telling myself that I could have it, but I'm choosing not to right now, that made me feel like I was the one in control. And it wasn't that I couldn't spend money or that I didn't have the money or, you know, that it was this hyper imposed rule that I had to follow. I was making the daily decision every day to put that priority first, my paying off debt, saving money, sticking to my no spend and savings challenges. That was my priority. It was a decision that I was making daily, and that I could have the stuff that I wanted. I was just choosing not to right now. Telling myself that it was in my power and I was making the decision to say no, even though I could have it, that helped me feel a lot more in control of the situation as opposed to feeling like it was forced upon you. And I think taking ownership and responsibility of that decision really helps change your framework around it, because you don't want to live in scarcity mindset where you can't have anything that you want. You feel like life is so hard and you're not getting ahead. It's not like that at all. So don't let yourself think that way. And this was one major thing that I did that really helped me rework that frame of mind and say, well, I could have it, but that's not the best use of that $20. That $20 should be going to my credit card, so that's where I'm going to put it. Taking ownership, responsibility, and saying this is the choice that I have made, and this is how I'm choosing to spend my money, and maybe I'll get that thing later. It's still an option later, or like me, you get to March when your no spend challenge is over and those plants are gone from HomeGoods. They don't have them anymore. That's okay. Like, you know, let's be real, I didn't need them. I wanted them, but I didn't need them. So that was one thing that I learned. Take ownership, take responsibility. It is not the end of the world. It is a temporary thing that you're going through, and it is a decision that you're making for the betterment of your life. The third thing that I learned was how much money I had that I didn't realize I had. I was not somebody who was going out recklessly, putting money on credit cards or doing all this shopping I shouldn't have been. I would buy things here or there, spend some money on fast food here, go out to a few movie dates there. Like I was spending extra money, but it'd be like 20 bucks here, 30 bucks there, 10 bucks here, 5 bucks there. It didn't feel excessive. Like I wasn't coming home with shopping bags of stuff I didn't need. I was still moving towards minimalism. So it wasn't like I had all these tangible results of reckless spending or anything like that. But I really didn't think that I had as much free money that I had. Like I did the no spend challenge and it was quite a bit. In the last 2 months, I was working more than usual because I really am focused on paying off my debt. But even with working more, a lot of it had to do with not spending the money that I was making extra of. And I managed to pay off $2,000 of my debt in the last 2 months. And I also managed to save $400 in accordance with my savings and no spend challenge and paying off debt challenges. So those were really fun things. I did not think I was going to get to the end of 2 months and be like, wow, I made $2,500 worth of progress in savings and paying off debt. I didn't think the number was going to be that big, and it was, and I'm really proud of myself. And you know, maybe it's because I was working more. It was definitely because I was working more, but a lot of it had to do with not spending the money I was making. It definitely surprised me, and if you think you can't cut any money out or that you're not spending a whole lot, but you feel really passionately about getting out of debt or saving up more money, I would definitely encourage you to try a no spend, because you might be like me and get to the end of it and realize, wow, on a monthly basis, I spend a lot more money than I thought I did, and I buy a lot of stuff that I don't really need, and even though it's only little stuff and it's not an overabundance of stuff, it still makes a difference. It really does make a difference, and you can meet your financial goals quicker by trying a challenge like that. And then the fourth thing that I learned was that my mindset changed. So in the first lesson, I was talking about how I still want to shop, and I do. It's the end of my no spend challenge, and I really do still want to shop. So that mindset had not changed, and I think I would have to do the challenge longer for that to change. The thing that did change was how I felt about spending money. So because I had spent 2 months not spending any of my money doing the no spend challenge, only throwing money towards debt and savings and bills, when I got to March and I started allowing myself to buy some things that I had wanted that I've been waiting months to get, I now felt really bad about spending money. I would go to the store and I would have this thing that I really wanted. And then I'd have another thing that I really wanted. And then those two things combined might be like $25, $45, whatever the case may be. And I would think to myself, like, I can't spend this money. No, like that money should be going towards my debt. Well, realistically, that is a good mindset to have. I don't want to live in scarcity and not allow myself to have anything ever. I tried that route before, and I do talk about that in my non-negotiables video. And living that way, it made me get to the end of that period of my life and recklessly spend money because I had been so strict on myself before. I don't want to live in a place where I can't spend any money. I want to live in a place where I am choosing to spend my money very wisely. And I am allowed to get stuff occasionally. So I got to the end of my no spend challenge and I thought, you know, like, great, I can go out and buy some stuff. But I wasn't planning to go out and buy everything. I was just thinking like, if I want to get something, I can. And then I would get to the store and I'd be walking around the store and I'd start feeling really bad. Like, no, why are you spending this $40? That's going to make a huge difference at the end of the month when you look at how much debt you paid off. Or no, you don't really need to spend $35 on groceries this week. You know you can survive on $20 a week. You know, little things like that. And it made me feel really guilty about money that I was spending. That was a big thing, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. One, because I feel like you should be able to spend some money without feeling guilty. But two, that's good because it means I'm being a lot more wise about the things that I am buying, even when I'm not in a no spend challenge. So yeah, that was lesson number 4, was that it did change my frame of mind with spending money, and it made me feel really bad and guilty and really reconsider spending that money. Even though I still wanted to shop and I still wanted to get the stuff, my desire to have the things did not change. The way I felt about obtaining those things did. If anybody has experience with this, let me know what happened when you paid off all your debt. Now, do you feel good about it, or do you still have that frugal ingrainment in your mind? And then number 5, and this is more of a tip, throughout my no spend challenge, I kept a running list of things that I had really wanted. So I had some things that I've really been wanting for a long time before I started my no spend challenge. And then throughout the no spend challenge, I would find a need for that item and I would feel like, why didn't I buy that thing before my no spend? That's on my to buy list for the last several months. Why haven't I bought it? And then I would think that I need to go out and buy it now, otherwise I'm gonna forget again and I'm gonna need the thing. And keeping a list of the things I felt like I needed or I really wanted helped me a lot to know that I'm not gonna forget about it, and if I do still want it at the end of my no spend, that I can go out and get it if I decide that's the best use of my money. So keeping that list allowed me to stop focusing so much on wanting that item right now and feeling like I needed it right now and feeling like I couldn't have it. And instead I could write it down, know that I could save it for a later date if I decided to get it at a later date, and I could let it go. I could just kind of let it go for now. Not my problem, not current Laura's problem to deal with. That's a future Laura thing to evaluate if I still feel like I want and need that item later. But for now, I can write it down and let it go. And throughout the last 2 months of doing a no spend challenge, I think I had a total of about 17 items on that list. And I'm really proud to say that I'm halfway through March, which is March 1st was the end of my no spend. I could spend whatever I wanted in March. So I'm really proud, happy, excited to say that I'm 15 days into March and I've only bought 2 things on that list. I have not even consulted the list in March since I've been able to spend money. I figure if I look at it, then I'll want to go out and buy stuff that maybe I've forgotten about already. It was just the fact of being able to write it down and let it go for now that really helped me get through the no spend challenge and say, well, maybe at a later date, don't worry about it today, Laura. So yeah, that's how that went, and that was a tip that I have for you. Definitely try keeping that list if you feel stressed about not being able to buy things, and just know that it's a choice you're making, it's in your power, and it's for the betterment of your future. So yeah, that was my last lesson and tip that I have for you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it educational, informative, entertaining, anything at all, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have you done a no spend challenge? What are your tips? What lessons did you learn? And please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the videos that I'm sharing. If you like this kind of content, I am sharing savings challenges, no spend challenges, monthly progress on paying off debt and saving money, and simplifying my life, minimalism, all that fun kind of stuff. I am sharing this journey in 2019 with you to hopefully get to my dream life and make the things that I want to happen really freaking happen this year. So if you're excited to follow along with my progress, if you want some encouragement to do this kind of thing for yourself and to make your dream life happen, please make sure to give me a subscribe. There should be a red button around here somewhere that says subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!